Welcome back to IFOS09 show. We're here with chị Jun Vũ, our beautiful and talented actress. And now let's talk about your student life. So you spent maybe 8 years in Thailand.
Yeah, I spent 8 years in Thailand.
สวัสดีค่ะ
สวัสดีค่ะค่ะยินดีที่ได้รู้จักนะคะ
สวัสดีที่ได้รู้จักนะคะสวยมากสวยมาก
ขอบคุณค่ะ
สวยมาก
สวยมากด้วย
สวย
นะ
มาก
คะ
You famous You famous Oh my god, so fun. I mean, okay, so let's talk about your time in Thailand.
Okay, well,
How was that?
I have to talk about that first. When I first came to Thailand, and then I listened to Thai English. Okay, no offense, but really, I don't know. It sounds funny to me.
Funny, right?
Yeah, but when I stay in Thailand, I love it. I love how they do it.
Yes, I love them too.
I love it, and then I have to learn that accent. I was like, Thai friend, please teach me how to say it in Thai. In you know, they call it English. Yeah, please teach me how to pronounce it. Because I don't know, it's some kind of like the signature when you come to Thailand. You have to learn that accent. To be honest, I didn't really try to learn Thai before. When I first moved to Thailand, I have to study in English. I mean, the whole educational thing was in English because I was in international school. And only when I moved to university, and then I got more Thai friends, and they're really nice. They try to speak English to me because not all of them are from international school, so their English might not be good, but they try their best to speak English to me. But then when they talk to each other, they speak Thai. And that's when I want to know what they are talking about. So I started to learn Thai. And I learned from speaking first. Yes. I asked them to teach me how to speak Thai first. And then when I got to speak fluently, I came to Thai classes to learn how to write and how to read as well.
Okay.
So I only know Thai when I came to university. Yeah.
Wow, so note-taking, learn to speak first.
I think it's easier in every language, right?
Yeah, and
if
then
you have a friend in that language who's speaking that language, it becomes easier for you. Yeah.
Wow. So you moved to Thailand when you were a teenager.
Yeah, I moved to Thailand when I was only 15.
How was that change? Like, how did you learn to adapt to a new environment and to learn to live there and to study there?
When I moved to Thailand, there was no Vietnamese at all in my school, so the only choice was to speak English. And my English was worse back then. And then my friends, they have to like correct me a lot on my pronunciations and stuff. But then it's a good thing. It makes my English better. Yeah. And speaking of that, I was the only Vietnamese in the school. I think it's based on the classes we choose, because we get to choose classes. Because apart from math and physics and all that kind of stuff, we get to choose extracurriculars. So that's when we get to know each other more. And I got friends with some really nice people. Yeah.
Okay, so note-taking, join the extracurricular activities at school to find good friends.
Well, for me, I don't know if it applies to you too.
Yeah, I think it applies the same to me as well. So how about university? Like you studied business, didn't you?
Yeah, business. Because actually I didn't know what to take when I came to the university, and my mom made some choice for me. Yeah. She was like, oh, okay, you can be a lawyer, or you can be an architect, or you can be a business person.
The common goal of parents, Vietnamese parents.
Common parents.
Yes.
So I was like, okay, I really like drawing, but I don't like drawing with ruler, so I don't want architect. I don't like drawing with ruler. I really like freehand drawing.
Yes, pass.
And I'm not good with remembering, so I cannot be a lawyer.
Pass.
So yeah, my only choice was to be in the business school. Yeah, it just, if it makes you happy, I'll do it, because I didn't really think of what I would be when I graduate yet. Yeah. So that's when I went into the business school, and then in the middle of the third year, I started my career as a model, and then I act in some movies, and that's when I know what I want to be in the future.
Wow.
So it's kind of late, but it's better than nothing.
Wow, that's right. It's never late to realize your passion and to follow your career. And maybe the major you follow during the college does not really match with your career right now. But it helped a lot. Yeah. How does it help you?
Well, in kind of marketing, because you know, in international business management, you have to know everything about the business, including marketing and PR and stuff like that. So when it comes to movies, when it comes to, you know, you have to make an image of yourself.
Yes.
You know how to make it in the right way.
Yeah, and you also learn the way to market yourself as well.
Yeah, I know, and I learned how to market myself. I don't know if I did a great job of that, but it helped. Yeah, and also the job as TVC model is also help in my school. My schoolwork, because
like project, right?
Yeah, like some projects I help I get to know people in real life through my jobs, and then I can ask them for help for schoolwork, because sometimes I have to interview them, and sometimes I have to invite them for school events, or sometimes I have to ask for their experience in order to complete my project in school. Yeah.
So when you was a student, what was the most important thing to you?
I don't know. I'm not a competitive person, because I don't know, I'm not very good with competition, but then it's something worth to try, and I decided to try in my last year at uni. So yeah, I joined a marketing competition with my team.
Wow.
And yeah, I just joined for fun. I didn't expect that, but I won the award, and it's something that I really appreciate myself for taking the chance to do that, because I never know I could do that. Yeah.
So I think learning the university helps us to like pursue things until the end, and that is the persistence we need in our work as well. Wow. So for the advice for those who are students who are still trying to balance their work life, what would be your piece of advice for the students watching?
I think the thing that I regret the most was I should participate in extracurricular earlier at uni, and I should participate in competition earlier, because it's not a matter whether you win or not. It doesn't matter. It just, you'll have a lot of memories with that, and you'll regret later. Because I think that for working people like us, uni and school time was the best time in our life. So try everything you can back then, because that's when you still have time.
Wow, that's amazing. In Vietnamese quote, they say, thời gian đã đi qua là thời gian đẹp nhất. The time that is gone is still the best time. So please enjoy while it lasts. The college time is the best. And sometimes maybe you can romanticize your college life, because who knows, that will be one of the best lives ever.
Viva student life.